Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is It's Your Healthy Lifestyle show, hosted by the founder of this platform, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and myself, Roland Friedl. How important is your health and fitness to you? We show you how you can easily eat healthier every day, how you can improve your fitness and recover much quicker after your exercises and workouts. Families will learn how to optimize their children's health and nutrition. And finally, you will also hear how you live a long, healthy and fit life into your old age. Join us here on It's Your Healthy Lifestyle.
Hello and welcome, everyone. This is USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck, and I'm with my friend, Mr. Roland Friedl. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Dr. Jacalyn. Hello to our audience. Great to be back.
We're so happy to see you. I know you've had some major challenges there with the weather. So I'm grateful that you're safe and that you also have the ability to broadcast our show today, which is It's Your Healthy Lifestyle. And today we're going to be talking about effective weight management. Say goodbye to the yo-yo effect. So Roland, before we get into this topic, which you came up with and I love, let's have you share a little bit with our audience about the work that you're doing, whether it's the men's work, whether it's the coaching, whether it's your entrepreneurial spirit. How can you help people?
Thank you. Well, I have a very broad experience of building up the last 60 years now. So actually, I started as a business consultant after my career in corporate world and building up different companies in different industries. I became a coach, a consultant for tech companies worldwide. I was traveling all the world. So if somebody needed to perform under pressure in sales or in leadership, I was the guy to call with my team. This was one aspect I'm still doing. The other thing is the men's work you mentioned, Dr. Jacalyn. So I see that men need more support to grow, and men need men to talk and to communicate and learn from each other. So I do a lot of men's work. I'm very engaged in the health industry. Meaning, for me, the health is the most important thing, because without health, there's no fun to travel. There's no fun, whatever we like to do, but there's also it's very difficult to perform on different levels when you're not absolutely healthy. So I'm very into health. And I also support people who want to have the same lifestyle like myself, meaning combining traveling and work. That's what I do since many, many years. I travel and work. I have this combination of, that's my lifestyle. That's what I'm doing, more or less. And if you want to learn more about me, just go on my website or send me an email and we have kind of a discussion. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thanks.
Thank you, Roland. I really appreciate it. So before we get into the topic, I do have a question for you, because what you just mentioned, I think, is so interesting and attractive for many reasons, which is living and working out of your mobile home and being on the road. So would you say overall that it has been a significant cost savings for people who are thinking, I'd really like to save some money and see the world? Is it a cost savings in terms of no mortgage, no rent, and then maybe some other expenses that you no longer have?
Yeah, depending, man. It is a cost saving in the sense that when you normally, when you have a house or apartment or whatever, when you travel, you still have to pay for your house and your apartment. So you have double costs. I don't have to, so I can travel, and I don't have to pay any rent or mortgage for apartment or house. So that's a cost saving. Yes, that's true. But when I say how my spendings have been when I have been living in a house and I'm now traveling, it's almost the same, a little bit less, because I pay for camping sites. Depending, when I spend a long time on the same place, I spend more money on camping sites. If I travel more, I spend more time on gasoline and toll pay or something like that. So it's quite the same. With the food, it's the same. I still eat the same. I still eat healthy, so that's the same costs. It's more or less the same. The difference is what I mentioned at the beginning is when you love to travel, like I do, you don't have to pay in the meantime when you're not at home for an apartment, just that you store your furniture or your books or whatever. Yeah, that's a cost saving. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of interesting that you were talking about that, because it seems like it would be similar in terms of weight management. So in terms of being on the road and not being on the road. So when you're at home, you have your refrigerator, you have the certain food, you go to the certain store. But when you're traveling, you're going different places. And so it may be more difficult to manage your weight because you don't necessarily know where you're going to be or what you're going to be eating. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, depending, when I've been traveling before I had my motorhome, I was traveling by airplane and living in hotels and Airbnbs and stuff like that. So I was always searching in advance where I get some proper food. This was always important for me. I was looking, to be honest, I was always looking for where do I get some proper food? Where is a gym? And where is maybe a spa for relaxing? So the three things I was searching before I booked the flight. Always the same. Even when customers hired me to come to their venue or to a hotel to facilitate the training or coaching for their stuff, it was always the same. Okay, please book a hotel for me where there's a gym and a spa. It's important for me. And I always was Googling around to get healthy food. Yeah, but you have to organize it. Of course, it's challenging sometimes. It needs some time to prep, but it's a question of preferences. For me, it's important to live healthy and be fit. So for me, it's not an issue. But some people, for it's new, said, "Oh my gosh, it's complicated. I have to look for this and look for that." It's like, yeah, as I said, it's my preference, it's my choice, and for me, it's just important. So for me, it's not an issue.
It's a priority.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, by the way, happy belated birthday. I know it was a big one that you just hit. And of course, I hit that last year. But I'm noticing maybe as a woman, it's different than as a man. But when I turned, I think 55, things started to change somewhat in my body. And so I can't eat the way I used to eat and think that I'm just going to exercise it off. It just doesn't work that way. I'm just like, please, no, it doesn't work. I used to be able to, and I share this, eat 3 chocolate chip cookies while I was riding my stationary bike. And that I wouldn't gain any weight. Now I'd be like, forget it. It's not happening. So as a man who just turned 60, and I know that you're proud of that, and I'm proud for you. What changes have you noticed in terms of your body and being able to work off what you're eating? Or are you exercising more? You're exercising less? Talk to us a little bit about what happens when you get to be 60 and it comes to your body.
Yeah. Well, what I really recognize is actually not with 60, it started with mid 50 or something, is I cannot eat and I don't need so large portions than I had when I was in my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s. So I eat less. I eat much less because I don't need it anymore. That's one thing. I don't know what happened, but I have, maybe because I stopped smoking a few years ago. And I was never a so-called cold smoker, so I always had a coffee or a glass of wine or something with me. I'm not into alcohol anymore. I mean, I had never an issue with alcohol, but I drink barely alcohol. Sometimes a glass of wine, like I had yesterday. A friend of mine invited me yesterday for a nice steak, and I had it on Thursday, my birthday. Just one glass of wine. So I consume much less alcohol. Yeah, I have less need for calories. That's one thing. I don't know, but a little bit more as a challenge. And interesting, I saw it with my parents when they became older. Is more craving for sweets. It's more challenging for me, so I don't buy it. I don't buy sweets. Um, that's one thing. And regarding to workout, it was funny because I spent the last weekend with two of my sons, and we went to Hungary on a camping site which had a huge spa and a fitness and a gym. We went to the gym, and my son's in their 20s. We did a challenge and workout, and I did too much because normally I do 3 sets of 12 reps. And we did 2 sets of 30 reps, but with the same weight. I still can have problems with lifting my arms when I get in the shower. It was a little bit too much, so I'm not in my 20s anymore. So what I see when I train or work out, I need more warm up, more stretching, more cool down. So I spend much more time on stretching than I did before. So I never go on the heavy weightlifting or whatever, like was in my young age, when I hadn't time for a proper warm up or stretch. So I stretch more, I warm up more, I enjoy it more, and the progress is slower. What I see is when I work out, the progress is much slower, especially after a longer break. I had 3 years ago, I had 2 operations. So I couldn't work out because my hernia was broken, or 2 of my hernias were broken. And it took really a while to get back in shape. So to see results, it takes much more time. We have to be much more patient in the end 50s and 60s. But to be honest, I enjoy it much more. For me is yes, I can, and not I have to do. And honestly, when you get older, you get more wiser. Hopefully, I see myself more wiser. So I'm not in a hurry. I take everything a little bit slower. I had a conversation yesterday with one of my best friends. We said, okay, he's 70, so he's 10 years older than me, and next year we have 40-year anniversary of our friendship. And I said, we are still the same crazy guys, but a little bit slower.
Doesn't seem like you're slowing down that much. I don't know, but you're definitely an inspiration. So one of the things that you mentioned about the weightlifting, at least everything I've read, is pretty much pro people lifting weights. And I'm really an advocate of that as well. But when someone has been sedentary, for example, which is not you and it's not me, they've been sedentary, and then they decide, okay, I'm going to go and get fit, and they just go crazy. They go overboard. They start doing all these things they've never done or haven't done in years, and then they get injured, and then they stop, and then they go back to what they were doing. So how does that impact yo-yo dieting or yo-yo weight loss? Because if someone is doing that type of behavior, then they might get depressed. They might have anxiety. So then they eat more, and then they're not getting any exercise. What do you think?
Yeah, but that's a problem with some people. They always want a quick fix, a quick fix is never working. It's working on the short time, but at the end of the day, afterwards, it's getting worse than it is. As you mentioned it, Dr. Jacalyn, when you didn't work out for many, many years, and then you start super motivated, mostly after New Year's Eve or something like that. People starting super motivated, they're doing too much, they're expecting too fast results. Then you can ensure you're getting frustrated, you get tired, and stuff like that. And the same is with food, with your diet. I mean, when crash diet can work on a short time. When you see it in Hollywood, when you're an actor, they do crash diets when they start a new role in the blockbuster. They do crash dieting. They do a lot of heavy workout. But after a while, because I've been living on a beautiful island in Mallorca, and the neighbor island is Ibiza. It's one of the best party places in the world. So I saw many guys, which we know from Hollywood, like, I don't know, many actors. Vin Diesel was many times there, or many other guys, and you see them. You know them from the movies. They're really in shape, and then you see them on the rented yachts, and I said, "Oh my gosh, the guy has a big belly." So it's coming back. So when you lose weight too much in a non-healthy way, it's the yo-yo is coming and is hitting you. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not a fan of crash diets, and actually we're not talking here about weight management of crash diets. We talk about a lifestyle change that is much more important. And I also had health issues. I also had weight issues years ago because I was always working out a lot. And then for some reasons, I had no time. I was much in business involved, had absolutely no time. I was working so many hours, even on the weekends, so nonstop, 24/7 almost. I was too tired to go to gym and work out, and I was I was weight and gain, with all the frustration. My diet was not the optimum. I had more carbs and stuff like that. And I was gaining weight. And one day I looked in the mirror and I said, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? So it was coming. And I was thinking, should I do a crash diet? I said, no, that makes no sense. I just changed my lifestyle. I came back to workout, but I changed totally my diet again. So I went to keto in the beginning and then to carnivore, stuff like that. And I don't know how to pound, but I remember I lost 28 kilos. That's about 28 kilos. I guess it's about 60 pounds or even more. I don't know. In 4 months without suffering, without cravings, without starving, just by changing my diet. So I had the whole calorie index. I never count calories. I just ate the proper diet, the clean, real food. I just improved a little bit and increased a little bit my workout, and the pounds and the kilos are really, they gone away, and I kept it. So let's talk about our weight management program without yo-yo, because many people are really running into crash diets, and afterwards they're sorry for that, but they're fatter than before. That's not working. It's not working.
And to your point, especially with the celebrities, they're getting paid to do this work, right? They've got trainers, they've got chefs. And then after the movie's over or the project's over, then it's up to them to continue with whatever their physique is. Many times it's not even something that anybody could continue with it, depending on their age. But you're right. Let's talk about what's effective when it comes to weight management. So what you're saying, basically, it's a lifestyle choice. It's not like a punishment, and it's something that will help you in many ways. What are some of the attributes from a mental perspective, from a sleeping perspective, from other perspectives that you enjoy as a result of your healthy lifestyle choices?
Well, I'm absolutely fit. I'm full in my life force in my 60s. I can perform, I can focus, I can concentrate. I don't spend money on any pharmaceuticals. I don't spend money to see doctors. I only go twice a year to see my dentist. Actually, one of his employees to clean my teeth. But actually, after 15 minutes, they always kick me out because there's not much to clean. That's the only thing. So I'm saving a lot of money because I don't need to pay any clinicals or doctors or pharmaceuticals or whatever. I save a lot of money. I save a lot of time. I don't know how it's in the US, but here in Europe, it's very difficult to get an appointment, and sometimes you have to wait a long time. So I'm saving money. I'm saving time. I feel much better. I can enjoy life to the fullest, even it's in my profession or in as a private person. I really have fun. For the guys, my girlfriends are never older than mid-30s, so I'm still in power. That's really nice. Or girls feel attracted to me. Yeah, I live life to the fullest. Absolutely, I don't feel any pain. I don't know what a headache is. Well, I will get a headache the next 2 days, because actually tomorrow on full moon I start my 28-day water fast. So I know on day 3 and 4 there will come some headache because I miss the caffeine, because I love coffee. So I never have a headache. I don't know what back pain is and stuff like that. I don't have it because I try to really stay fit in my core muscles. I stretch and practice some yoga asanas. So I don't have many issues that other people have. I don't experience them, and I'm lucky for that. To be honest, I'm lucky for that. Life is much more fun. It's much richer when you have a healthy lifestyle. And please, a healthy lifestyle for me doesn't mean an aesthetic lifestyle. I enjoy absolutely what I'm eating. I love to enjoy a glass of wine sometimes. I had yesterday with an amazing fillet steak. It was wonderful. Sometimes I enjoy, especially when I'm in Italy, I enjoy once in a month or twice maybe a really good Italian artisan, what they made, a homemade ice cream or something. I enjoy this stuff. I'm not suffering. I'm not an ascetic. Yeah, well, actually, starting tomorrow, just drinking water for 28 days. But this is a different topic. Topic. So I'm trying life to the fullest. I have fun. I party, but meaning party doesn't mean to get drunk. I have many conversations. I meet interesting people. I learn a lot from them. I network, but I don't have a glass of alcohol in my hand. I just drink water or something like that most of the time. So, yeah, to answer your question, long story short, I just enjoy my life fully. Yeah.
I'm excited for you, and I appreciate that. I'm not even going to go into why 60-year-old men are dating 30 women in their 30s and women like me
They're
61.
coming to me.
I
They're
just
coming
wanted
to
to
me.
see why you're a woman.
They're coming to me.
That's a whole other show. We'll discuss that another time. But anyway, when we talk about healthy lifestyle choices, we've also done many shows about fasting, intermittent fasting. Where does this come into play? Because that could be confusing if someone thinks, okay, I don't really have to suffer. I can have 3 square meals a day or whatever, 3 with 2 snacks, or their intermittent fasting. What do you recommend in terms of incorporating or not incorporating fasting when it comes to effective weight management?
Well, I do intermittent fasting on a daily basis, meaning 16 to 8, 16 hours break of eating, meaning between my last meal of the day until the next meal the next day, I do at least 16-hour break. Sometimes it's just 14 hours because I have a business lunch or a business dinner or a birthday dinner, what is quite late, but because normally I don't eat late, but sometimes it can happen. So maybe it's only a 14 hours break, but normally it's a 16 hours break. Sometimes it's an 18 hours break. So I do intermittent fasting that is really, really very, very healthy from a lot of research and from my own experience. I really feel great about that. The fasting I start tomorrow, to be honest, it's not about a weight loss for me because some guys ask me, why are you doing this? This has a different reason. My reason number one is to sharpen my discipline again. Really, that's the reason number one. And reason number two is detoxing and cleansing. That's why I do. Of course, I will lose weight, but that's absolutely not my goal for the fasting. It's just this time that the 28 days is just sharpen my discipline. Absolutely, that's the way I'm doing it. But fasting is okay. Fasting can be a good start for somebody who wants to lose weight. Is a start, but it's not about losing weight. It's, of course, you're going to lose weight. To be honest, the first day you're just losing water, because when you don't get any carbs inside, the so-called bad carbs, like pasta, rice, cookies, sugar, and the sweetness. So when your glucose goes down in your body, your glucose depots are not existing anymore. You lose water because the glucose is binding water. So you're just losing water. You don't lose any fat or something the first day. It's just water. But fasting can be a very good start in the sense of cleaning, as a cleansing and detoxing. It's a good start to really to clean and detox, and then do a lifestyle change. And so, okay, afterwards, when I go back to normal meals, I will have a healthier, cleaner lunch or dinner or whatever. So it's a good start, I think, fasting, but the goal is not the weight loss with fasting. This is not working because, when you're starving, you're not eating. What your body does is it's an alarm. It's an alert. Oh, I don't get food, so I have to save calories. And when the body gets food after you're fasting, it's even storing more fast, even when the next fasting is coming. So the body's learning. Yeah? It says, okay, oh my gosh, I'm starving. So as soon as I get food, meaning calories intake, I will store more of them next crisis. So this is not working. But as I said, it's a good start before a lifestyle change in your diet. It's a good start. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned that. I do intermittent fasting not every day. Now I'm doing it every other day, but I'm doing it for my colon and my digestive system. So it's not working as much. But I definitely have not found that it's a weight loss means, because if you decide you're going to eat just between, 16 hours off and 8 hours on, or 8, whatever it is, then you have to cut your calories during the times that you are eating. It's not just like, oh, now I can eat whatever I want, have as much as I want during a shorter amount of time. No, because that doesn't work.
Absolutely. And to be honest, I never do. I did years, many, many years ago, I did counting calories, but I gave it up. And I said, no, if I eat the right stuff, I can eat as long as I have the feeling that I'm hungry. And I never gain weight. I don't count calories. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No,
Doesn't make
I
sense
don't
for me.
either. I don't either, but I do eat things that I shouldn't be eating, that I wasn't eating, that I'm doing every day. I'm like, no, don't eat the cake. Don't have the cake. But I also, and I know you and I have a different viewpoint on this, because I really feel like when you give everything up, there has to be something that you can celebrate, meaning something you really enjoy. So if you like, I don't drink caffeine, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I mean, I could go on all the things I don't do. So if I have a piece of chocolate cake, I don't beat myself up over it anymore. But I also have to say to myself, well, you're not as lean as you could be because you're eating that cake.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, when I have some call it a cheat day, meaning when I enjoy an ice cream, a glass of wine, I really enjoy it. I don't regret it. I said, oh, I shouldn't do it, because that's the wrong mindset. Yeah, so I absolutely enjoy it. Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, an ice cream, a cookie, or a glass of wine, or a gin tonic, whatever. I absolutely enjoy it, but I don't do it on a daily basis. That's one thing. The other thing is that I think that it's for me, it's just so important that we can cheat, of course, and to enjoy it, absolutely. But for me, it's more important that my healthy lifestyle is not something that I have to force myself to eat healthy. I have to enjoy it. So everybody has to find a way of clean food. Maybe somebody is a vegetarian and says, okay, eat clean vegetarian, meaning nothing from the supermarket. So I cook fresh, or I go to the restaurant where they cook fresh, or I get really fresh stuff without any colorings, artificial sugars, artificial whatever, preservatives or whatever. Or something goes like myself on a carnivore diet, or a keto diet. It doesn't matter what kind you prefer, as long as it's just clean. And that's for me the most important thing. Eating clean, drinking a lot of water, really a lot of liquids. And what can also be a help after your fast, when you use fasting as a start, yeah, in the beginning, what I did also, and I recommend, is taking supplements. What I always do, and Dr. Jacalyn, I'm taking supplements since 30 years. In June it was 30 years, but I increased the intake of my supplements during the fasting to support my body, to get rid of the detox. This meaning I support my liver in detoxing by increasing supplements. And I take a product called Juice Plus, which is a natural, absolutely whole-based food natural product. And this helps me in my fasting too, in my detoxing, in my cleansing. And what I also do is, and I recommend to people who want to lose weight, is that they replace, especially when you're a 3 meal a day eater. Yes, you have a breakfast, you have a lunch, you have a dinner, and you really want to lose, let's say, 20 pounds or even more. It makes absolute sense that you replace at least 2 meals with a shake. What I do sometimes, actually, because I'm preparing for tomorrow fast. So what I did today, I had I had 2 apples, and I had 1 shake. I made 1 complete shake from the same company than the supplements coming from Juice Plus. So it's a whole-based food. It's very balanced in nutrition, in the macros, meaning in protein, fat, and carbs. It tastes very, very good. I absolutely love it. I mix it sometimes with water, or today I had it with oat milk. So making a shake can be a very, very good option to replace 2 meals a day and have 1 healthy meal to enjoy, whatever it is, low on carbs, high in protein, clean. And when you come closer, let's say when you lost at least 18% of the weight you want to lose, you come closer to your target desired weight, or whatever you want to call it, then you just replace 1 meal with a shake and come back with 2 healthy meals. And then you end with at the end you stay with 2 healthy meals, like I do. I only eat twice a day. Or you say, okay, I go back to 3 meals a day, but I use 1 shake. I replace 1 meal with a shake. This can be a very good option. Absolutely, it's helpful. I know it from thousands of clients who do amazing job on. That's what I call it, a weight management program. It's not a crash diet. It's not about losing weight very fast and then having the yo-yo effect, meaning gaining the weight and even more than before. So it helps you to transform to a healthier lifestyle. And I highly recommend. This is a good way for those people who are struggling with losing weight, and for the first time, it can absolutely help to replace meals with a shake. But you have to learn, as I said in the beginning before, to learn to have at least 1 healthy, whatever it is, lunch or dinner, whenever you have time for that. And then, yeah, stay with this healthy food, and then when you start with coming back with 2 meals, having 2 healthy meals a day, and then you will enjoy it. You will like it. And when you think that you party a little bit, you had too many cheat days because it's Christmas time, it's Thanksgiving or whatever. Maybe for a week you go back to replacing 2 meals by a shake. That can be a very good option. Absolutely.
And I think a really important point, because I know people who are taking shakes, maybe 1 or 2 a day. They're making them up themselves. It's not a juice plus where you know exactly what to do. And they've said, wow, I actually started gaining weight. And here, when they started adding up all the calories of everything that they were putting in, it was more than they would have been eating in 2 meals. So
Yeah.
what do you recommend if someone is interested in effective weight management and they're making their own shakes and it's not Juice Plus or some other company? Any suggestions?
Well, I'm a fan of a clean food. I would never take any artificial products, whatever company it is. Yeah, I mean, Juice Plus is not the only company that has a natural product, whole-based food. I love it for 2 reasons: because it's working, it's practical, it tastes well, and it's affordable. So that's why I love it. I love the taste because the chocolate one, there's real chocolate in, so meaning real cacao in, so it tastes like chocolate and not artificial chocolate. The vanilla one has really real bourbon vanilla, so it's not an artificial flavoring. It's real bourbon vanilla. So I love the taste, because for me it's important. When I do a meal replacement, especially for people who go there on a longer time because maybe they're obese or they have any health issues already because from the overweight, they have to take them for a longer time, just for a week, maybe for 2, 3, 4, 5 months. I think that taste is very important, that you stay fit. So you really say, okay, I love it, I enjoy the shake, and it's not, oh, I have to do it. I know it's healthy, but I don't like it. That's not a good way. It's not. This is not really good for your mindset. So it has to be healthy. It has to be clean. It has to be practical, working, and as I said, it has to be affordable too. And I guess one shake is much cheaper than anything you can buy on the market. So that's why I take them and I recommend them. But I know that some people are, well, it's not working. Sorry, I know that people start replacing their food by smoothies, and they're gaining weight because they have too many fruits inside, meaning too much fruit sugar, and fruit sugar is really boosting your health. And another point I want to mention here for another minute is the breaks between the meal intake is so important. You need at least 4 to 6 hours breaks between any meal or snack or whatever you're doing, so that your insulin is coming down. Because always when you have a food intake, the insulin, your body produces insulin. And at the point is, even if you eat sweets that have artificial sugars, meaning 0 calories, your body is producing insulin, because when you have receptors under your tongue, when they taste sweet, then it goes to the brain and says, okay, but there's sugar coming in, it's insulin. So your body has no idea if it's artificial or not. So even at 0 calories, the body just realizes sweet, bang, insulin. Okay, that's why this so-called, how you call them, low sugar diet products are not working at all, because it's still sweet. Okay, most people don't know it. They think, oh, it's 0 calories and I'm still fat. And to be honest, I'm sorry, guys, but when I travel to the US, I see so many people having diet Cokes and they're still fat. It's not working. It's not working because it's still sweet. So your body is producing insulin. And the problem with insulin is, when you produce insulin in your body, you cannot burn fat. It's not working. I don't know, it's in the US, but I guess it's the same like here in Europe. The farmers here who grow pigs fast to sell the meat, give them tons of insulin. The insulin, the more insulin you have in your body, the fatter you get. So besides eating clean and healthy, you also have to take care about having breaks between 4, even better 6 hours every meal intake. So even if you snack something or whatever, bang, the insulin goes up. So that's very, very important if you want to lose weight. So because some people say, okay, I have 5 or 6 or even more small meals a day, and the total calorie is not more than 3 meals. This is working when you are lean and when you don't want to lose weight because you're working out, you have more meals, yes. But if you want to lose weight, 2 or 3 meals maximum, because otherwise you cannot make the 4 to 6 hours break. This is so important. People have to understand it's not about the total calories. That, okay, instead of 3 meals, let's say 3,000 calories, I do meaning each meal is 1,000 calories. I do 5 meals, each 600 calories. In total is also 3,000 calories. That's true, yeah. But you won't lose weight because you don't have this insulin break. That's what I mentioned.
That's an excellent point. Thank you. I wasn't aware of that. So there are a lot of things for people to consider. I think one thing also, which we didn't mention, is you have to have the mental commitment. You have to make the commitment that you're going to do it and you're doing it for yourself. And sometimes people will be influenced by other people. You're too fat. You need to lose weight. And then they start doing something and they're really angry at the other person. They're angry at themselves. And then the relationship starts to fall apart. Then they lose confidence in themselves. So as we get ready to close out, can you talk about your state of mind and making that mental commitment to taking this path in your life?
That's a very, very good point, Dr. Jacalyn. Thanks for mentioning that, for this question. Yeah, absolutely. The mindset is so important. As I mentioned a little bit, it's about you really want to do this. It's not because somebody's forcing you or is, I don't know, is telling you or you see something. You really want to do this for yourself, not for your partner, whatever. You just have to do it for yourself. The motivation comes from inside. Whatever motivation is it. Maybe you want to do sports again. Maybe you want to perform better. Maybe you want, I don't know, climb the steps of first in your apartment. Maybe you want to buy new clothes and get in shape, whatever it is. Doesn't matter what your motive is, but it has to be your own one. That's very, very important. So you really have an outlook about, okay, how will I look like in, I don't say, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, whatever the goal is. That's also important. You need your own motivation, your own goal. It's not working when it's coming from outside. Because you're forcing yourself, and then okay, then that's what I said in the beginning. It's not I want to do it, I have to do it, and I have to do is never working on a long term. On the short term, yes, but then you get frustrated. You're hungry. You don't feel good in the beginning because your body's, your system is changing. Everything. It's not working. It's not working at all. So that's a very good point. The mindset is so important. You have to do it, and you're not doing it because somebody else says you have to do it. Because then you force yourself. It's the same with the gym, you know. If you say, okay, somebody says, hey, you get fat, you have to work out, and you don't like workout, but you force yourself. It's frustrating, and then you find a reason to stop it. And the same is with changing a diet. You have to want it for whatever reason it is. It has to be your personal goal. That's so absolutely.
Thank you, Roland. Excellent points as always. Lots of inspiration there, especially coming from someone who knows what it was like to gain weight and then kept it off and made the commitment to a healthy lifestyle. So how can people reach out to you, and who would be a great client for you, or just someone who wants to get to know you and maybe collaborate on the project?
Well, people who can contact me is people who want to change something, whatever it is, and really are committed to it. It's not only that they have a motivation that really said, okay, I want to work with somebody. I'm 100% committed because I'm, as a coach and I see more myself as a mentor, I'm 100% committed. I don't want to waste my time and your time. So if you're 100% committed, whatever it is, feel free to contact me. Best way is to send me an email. It's this is my website, office@rolandfriedl.com. This is my name. And then you can link if you want a private coaching, if you want a business coaching, men's work, or whatever it is. So feel free. But the only thing is you have to be committed. That's so important. And we have a conversation about if we fit together, if you want to work with me, and if I want to work with you. So I feel your commitment. I don't work with anybody. That's I make it absolutely clear. So I really want to work with people who are absolutely committed. So that you really succeed, that we both succeed. That's the more important thing. And then it's fun. Then it's absolutely fun.
Thanks so much for the transparency, Roland. By the way, check out the progression of your hair. Check it out, your beard and your hair from then to there. A new look for you.
Yeah, this was back, when we started our show, this was made a photograph made in Palma. Yeah, I had it very short on the side, and my beard was shorter. Now everything is growing. I don't know. I was so busy. Actually, to be honest, I wanted to go 3-4 times to a barbershop, but I didn't see a barbershop in Sicily. since March, to be honest. So my hair is growing. Yeah, a new style, a new style is coming.
Yeah, why not? Life on the road, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, my friend, we're coming right back with our next program, which is the Mallorca Connection. So we'll look forward to seeing everyone there. So thanks, everybody. Stay with us. And please go over to our YouTube channels, USA Global TV and Radio, and Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. And you can look for any of our shows on our playlist. We'll see them there. All right. Thanks again. Bye, Roland. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.